Welcome to a special edition of the SeatGeek podcast, directly from our downtown studio, across from the Golden One Center. I'm with my guy, E-Man. E, how you doing? Media Day is tomorrow. I know you got that Don't Sleep on Sacramento shirt, and I got the Team Buddy Bucket shirt. How you feeling, brother?
I'm excited, and I feel great, dude. I feel really good. How about you?
I'm good, I'm excited. Media Day is always the beginning of another season. Tomorrow, a lot of expectations. It's been, I would say, 12 years since the Kings have had expectations. This year is you make the playoffs or bust, in my opinion. Do you feel the same way? Or
I don't feel that way.
Are you kind of lenient on the I'll keep waiting train?
It's a failure if they don't make the playoffs,
Okay.
yes. But
Okay.
what's a bust, in your opinion? First describe bust before I say you're wrong.
Well, to me, bust is Vlade Divac's fired Dave Yeager to make the playoffs. You bring in a new guy who I'm on board now. At first, I wasn't on Team Luke Walton after doing a lot of research on schemes and fit and team chemistry. He crosses off some of those boxes, but I feel like if the Kings don't make the playoffs with the stacked team, they got a lot of depth. It's another year of Buddy Hield, another year of De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley. I would consider that a failure if they don't make the playoffs, especially because of what Vlade said after he fired Dave Yeager at that press conference, right? So do you think that's...
Yes, I agree with you.
bust?
It's a failure. Yeah, it's a failure or bust, in your words, if they don't make the playoffs.
So I want to go over one of the latest articles on Bleacher Report where they have Cory Joseph as the best defensive player at his position, which is point guard, right? We'll talk about that. I also want to discuss 3 Sacramento Kings who are in the top 70 when it comes to rankings. You got Marvin Bagley at 69, you got Buddy Hield at 59, and then you have De'Aaron Fox at number 25. Those are the main topics that we'll be discussing in this 10 to 15 minute video podcast. You brought up a great point yesterday about perspectives on lists and why you think Buddy should be ranked higher if you look at it a certain way. Now explain to the audience the type of conversation that we had yesterday.
So I think point one, ESPN ranked their best players based on last season. I think a lot of people argued CJ McCollum doesn't deserve top 15, but he played like a top 15 player last season, especially in the playoffs. Dame deservingly should be up there, but it was CJ's show. CJ guided that team deep in the playoffs.
I think CJ stepped up in the moments where Dame was just exhausted from carrying the entire team all season long.
Yes.
You say that's fair?
Yes.
And CJ showed the quality.
So that was point one in terms of ESPN. Overall, obviously everyone knows Dame and these other guys like Clay have a overall better
But Clay got ranked 49.
And they have a better career than CJ and all these top guys up there. Like Clay has obviously had a better career than Fox, but Fox played like a top 20, top 30 player in the league last season.
Correct.
So I think that's how there's a misconception in terms of
there's an
their
inconsistency
rankings.
in the rankings, right? Sometimes they have young players like Luka, De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell in the top 25, 16. So how are they ranked? Why are there so many inconsistencies where you have a drastic?
They just ranked them based on last season and overall.
But based on last season, though, Klay Thompson got robbed of an All-NBA team. So that's where I feel the inconsistency is.
Klay was like the one where there's this big question.
No, Lou Williams is like 47. You tell me there's 46 better players than Lou Williams? You serious? There's just no way. Like, where are these rankings coming from? I think if you're gonna project guys, which is fair, Marvin can't be 69. Zion can't be 42.
If you're projecting it?
Yeah, if you're projecting them 5 years from now, there has to be consistency.
No, they're doing based on last season and the
then
projections.
Zion Williamson is top 45. I mean, he hasn't played a second in the NBA.
Just let me get my point across. All right. I can see, like I said, my point in terms of the only way CJ McCollum is up there is based on how he ended last season and the way he's coming in this season, I can see him being a top 15 player.
I feel like you're saying there's recency bias in these ratings.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes. Luka, phenomenal year.
Okay.
Coming in this year, should get better. Obviously, defensive.
Okay.
Obviously, can be a top 15 player.
Buddy Hield had a record year. How is he 59?
That's just no love for Sack. We know that. We can't get mad at that no more. It's just they just don't like Sack.
You brought up a great point where we kind of disagreed, but then you made me think, and I was like, you know what? You're right. Philosophically speaking, both you and I believe that we would draft point guard, wing before big man.
So yes, I think.
So you said there isn't 50 better players than Buddy Hield, right?
Yes. So I think it's small forwards who are ranked number 1.
So there's probably about 10 small forwards
like
better.
Top 10 small forwards.
Top 10 point guards. That's 20.
Top 10 shooting guards.
Okay.
And then you go power forward, center. You guys argue the big men.
So E-Man said he would take Buddy Hield over Anthony Davis if you have a star point guard and a star wing,
yes,
correct?
Exactly. So if I have a star small forward, star point guard, am I going to take Anthony Davis or am I going to take a top 10 shooter in the league?
If you have Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, you're not taking AD, you're taking Buddy Hield.
If I have Kawhi and Steph, and whoever's left on the shooting guard list, I'm taking whoever's left. If it's Buddy Hield, I'm taking Buddy Hield. If Buddy Hield is a top 10 shooting guard, I'm taking Buddy Hield at 10 before I start going to bigs. Because I want to build my team to be a small ball team. I don't want to build my team to have a big man who can do it all when I already have a elite small forward and an elite point guard. I don't need my center to do all these types of things when all I need is a small ball team that's going to be able to move the rock and shoot the ball at a high clip.
And that made me think, I was like, what? I would never take, no disrespect to Buddy, no disrespect to guys like Bradley Beal over a guy like AD. But if you present it to me in a way that he did, where I got a star point guard, I got a star small forward, I don't need a star big. I need a guy who can complement them in a playmaking role, right? The NBA is all about setting screens, coming off of screens, creating your own shot. Yes, AD can do that. But if you have a compatible big who can just rebound, defend, and do the dirty work, that would fit better, right, with your star point guard and your star small forward.
My philosophy is based on small ball basketball.
Right.
Small ball basketball. So you look at the Celtics, you look at the Warriors a couple years before, and the Cavs. They all had shooting teams who were versatile at the wing positions.
So let us know what you guys think about this specific topic. Would you still go Joel Embiid, AD? Would you still go any of the great bigs in our league, like the Jokic's of the world? Let us know in the comments below. Second topic, which will be the final topic before we end this video, Cory Joseph. How do you feel initially about ranking him, using the metric they used as the best defensive point guard in the NBA?
Well, I want you to explain why you think he's one of the best defenders on the Kings right now. Based on what were they talking about? Just give me some insight.
Well, I feel like he's a very good perimeter defender, but when I think the best, when you crown someone the best at a position, especially if it's as critical as defense, I think of 5 guys right away that comes to mind. Like
on
Klay
the
Thompson. No, just overall.
Ah, okay.
Like they're saying he's the best in the NBA.
In the NBA
Yes,
or on the Kings?
In the NBA. So you just got to laugh. No. So I was like, well, if you're a Kings fan, you're excited, right? You're like, oh my God, we got the. But I'm like, contextually speaking, he's a backup point guard who plays 14 minutes a night against backup point guards, right? So that's some context to this entire evaluation of numbers, right?
About to walk off this set.
I was like, wait, Jrue Holiday is the best defensive point guard. And you guys got like Patrick Beverly, you guys got like Klay Thompson, you have guys like Lonzo Ball. And I'm thinking like, okay, he is very good though. He is very good on the perimeter.
That's a good thing for the Kings. We need some perimeter.
Exactly. Last year, the trio of De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Bogdan Bogdanovic was like -5 overall in defensive ratings. Like they're one of the worst. You need help on the perimeter. Now, we do know that perimeter defense will be an emphasis now with Luke Walton at the helm. He's been great at developing young players on the defensive side. He's also been one of the worst at developing the offensive side. So the Kings don't need help on offense. They need help on defense. And that's where I think Luke Walton can come in, make a huge impact from a coaching standpoint. And that's where I think the improvement from the Kings going to 39 wins to 44, 45, 46. That's why I have them ranked. What's your win total before media day?
That's a tough question. I'm gonna go high hopes and get there at 49.
Okay, so I got the Kings at anywhere from 43 to 47.
49ers, baby. That's my number.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this conversation, this mini podcast from our downtown studios. We also want to give a huge shout out to Climb Society Folsom. They are opening soon. You can now download their app. It's available on the Android market. It's available obviously on the Apple market, iOS. Support your local businesses. They support us. It's a great business. You're gonna love their amazing machine. If you're into fitness, you have to go give them a shot. They're also gonna open up in Doco across from us very soon. No dates to any of the locations, but they're coming soon, guys, and we're super excited to be in a great partnership with them. Again, on behalf of the entire CK team, we'll see you guys tomorrow at Media Day. See you on the next one.